When you look at the one thing that would prove the globe Earth, or the one thing that would disprove the flat Earth, what is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
It would be a linear flight path, okay? A linear traverse directly down past South America, down to Antarctica, and without breaking that straight linear path, continuing through the continent and back up the other side into the Indian Ocean. Like, this would literally end the debate. It would be the single biggest piece of evidence for the global model.
They've done it already. It was called One More Orbit.
Right. Except they actually didn't look at their flight path. So they left off the tip off South Africa. They went to the 90-degree South Pole mark. And then they literally hit a sharp 60-degree turn towards South America. They never crossed over. They didn't even alternate sides of the hemisphere. They evaded a linear path.
My God. What the hell? No, it can't be.
Yeah, man, I know. Globers will still refer to the One More Orbit expedition as if it disproves anything. Meanwhile, they never really look into the intricacies of anything. This is exactly why they just believe whatever they're told.
Good afternoon again from Ormond by the Sea. Let's see what we see. Let's tell you where we are. There is Oceanside Beach Bar and Grill. That is Sandra Drive on Ocean Shore Boulevard. I just actually Googled Earth this before I did it. Uh-oh. What is that? Over 20 miles away. It's actually 21.22. 21.22 miles from where I am standing. And I see the condos that are 180 feet tall with approximately a 35 to 40 foot elevation that they're built on. So call it 220 feet. And I shouldn't see those condos at all, but there they are. So thanks again. The Earth is flat, and that's absolute scientific fact. Go out and do your own real-world observations. You'll watch a bunch of other ones that have been done on Taboo Conspiracy on YouTube. Have a great day. God bless.
So I've tested the Earth for 10 years, and 12 states, 2 oceans, 2 continents, and I can validate you're being lied to about where you live. Large bodies of water do not curve. Land surveyors treat the Earth as flat when they build bridges, canals, buildings, and railroads. Pilots fly their airplanes like the Earth is perfectly flat. Microwave engineers build their towers from city to city, assuming the Earth is perfectly flat. And you can test it yourself. That's what I've done. I tested it for 10 years, guys. Been on National Geographic, Netflix, MSN, Google News, Daily Mail, New York Post, Chicago Tribune, LA Times. They are all lying to you. They do not care about you. Period. So, I've used infrared telescopes, high-power zoom cameras, done mirror reflection tests with the sun. I've debated NASA employees, land surveyors, PhD astrophysicists. They all get smoked like Cuban cigars because they don't have the truth on their side. The globe religion is a bunch of smoke and mirrors. It's a bunch of hocus pocus, booga booga nonsense. Until you figure that out, well, you're just going to be one of the free-range NPCs, eating your goy slop, wondering what's the next thing you need to care about on the news. But why would they lie to me? Well, you're going to have to figure that one out for yourself.
Wait. You think you're not indoctrinated? You think the Earth is a cartoon spinning flying space rock because your mandatory school science textbook or part of the government NASA told you so. Be honest with yourself. You never questioned it. You don't know what the radius is, let alone the circumference. If you knew math, you can maybe figure it out. Anyway, you think the sun is 400 times bigger than the moon, and it's 400 times further away, and that's why it looks like it's the same size. Or maybe they're just the same size, and we have a light that rules the day, the sun, and a light that rules the night, the moon. You're so indoctrinated, which is perfect for them because they want you living in this slave state / fantasy-based reality where literally everything they teach you is fake. And you guys eat it up. And you just basically take your brain and you just hand it over to the government. And you're like, here you go. I don't know how to question anything. I don't want to think. Just tell me what to believe and I'm going to believe it because it's way easier. You're afraid of being criticized for actually questioning reality because all these NPCs blindly believe it, and you don't want to look dumb when really they're the ones that look dumb because they don't even know why they believe what they believe. Do better, man.
There's surprisingly quite a lot of footage out there of all these World's Fairs from the past. But there's a reason why you don't see all these magnificent pieces in school in our history classes. Because when you watch even a little bit of them, you see all the full-grown trees, the fully grown trees, all these dugout canals, these massive buildings with these tiny people next to them. The whole 2 years' time to build all of this and demolishing it 6 months later narrative doesn't add up. Just from a supply standpoint of view, I've worked logistics and freight auditing for a long portion of my life, and I can tell you there's no system in place, especially back then, to deliver all this material. This one in St. Louis wasn't even in St. Louis. It was miles out in the middle of nowhere at the time. All that with horse and carriage, no power tools or anything like that, and building it all in 2 years' time, not possible. When you look at any of these World's Fairs from this perspective, the narrative falls apart. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
Do you know how long it would take to move several millions of pounds of marble in the 1700s? Who was responsible for this? Why is this not even close to mentioned? So in order to fully understand this, we need to know where this marble is coming from. If it's like 20 feet away, then I'll be quiet. But it better be 20 feet away. Here we go. The marble used in the construction of the marble church in Copenhagen, Denmark, primarily came from quarries located in various parts of Europe. The specific quarries that provided the marble for the church varied, but marble was sourced from different regions to meet the project's needs. Carrara, Italy, Drammen, Norway, and other places such as Greece, Spain, and Portugal. So let's see what this looks like on a map from Drammen to Frederick's Church. 132 hours of walking? Right, okay. So we all understand that horses need water, right? In fact, we have proved this. The 30 horses would need approximately 300 gallons of water per day in episode 42. So this is absolutely insane. So let's check the other locations. And hopefully these are closer for the horses' sake. Now, how far is Carrara, Italy from Copenhagen, Denmark? Oh, okay. Only a 346-hour walk. They did not transport millions of pounds of anything from Carrara, Italy to Copenhagen. Before we go any further, did any of us miss it? This was so easy for them that they could be picky with which color marble they desired. Greece is not happening either. That is 535 hours away in the 1700s. Pretty much the same thing with Spain. And our last hope is Portugal. Ah, dang, even further. Only 25 days, non-stop walk. So all of this being said, let's just use common sense here. This story is ridiculous. It doesn't make any logical sense.